Hi everybody, it's Carrie. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're new. Guys, this is being filmed a few hours after Thanksgiving, so a few hours into the next morning. So I haven't changed to floss or brush my teeth or any of that stuff yet, because I'm about to go to bed. But I wanted to make a video for you guys about how I am Christmas shoes and what it's like to be Christmas shoes at Christmas time. Now guys, you guys can say I am Christmas shoes or I was Christmas shoes. But I was Christmas shoes. So guys, the story really goes back to before my birth even. My mother had my father had it. My mother had MS, multiple sclerosis. My father's myasthenia gravis, which I just slipped out which parent had what. Should we watch my other videos? This video leaks which parent had what. Like I said, guys, in my videos, my father, thank God, is still with us. So I don't want to talk about his condition too much because he's still, he's here, and I gotta respect his privacy. But my mother's been gone for 11 years. So I can discuss, she's been gone over 11 years this month. No, this month she's been 11 years. So I can discuss her a little bit. Before I was born, before Derek, which is my code name for my brother, was born, my mom took the boys, which we're not going to say their actual names in here out of privacy reasons for my family. Guys, now talking about the boys, I do get a little bit subconscious a little bit because I don't know how much my family wants me to talk about them or my deceased cousins who died tragically. But my parents loved them like sons and took the boys everywhere. Well, one day my parents decided, my father was working, my mother wanted to take one of the boys, I don't think the other one was born yet, on a trip to go see my grandma, my Nana, and she got in a car accident. My mother's legs were busted. They had to operate on her because she gangrened her leg to save her leg. They got drill holes and all, guys. With that, amplified my mother's MS, multiple sclerosis, and which each pregnancy made it by far worse. I was the 5th or so pregnancy. I have 3 siblings now biologically. I would have had 8. All of them would have lived. Nah, it was something like that, guys. 8 or 9, they would have lived. Anyway, my parents kept having miscarriages. My mother was passing on the street. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. She had a miscarriage before the boys passed away. And she had one because of the boys. Like I said, for protection reasons, I'm not going to say the boys' names. So we might come up with code names when I'm talking about the boys. My 2 cousins, who my parents took care of and loved like sons, who died tragically, who I actually share. I'm not going to say how they passed, is that I shared something in common with them. And like I said, I got to respect my family. They may not want this information out there about the boys. And I feel a little conscious talking about the boys because I don't want too much of their information out there. And I got to respect my uncle and my aunt's wish to maybe not have them mentioned. And my cousin, who is their biological sister. A couple of my cousins, sort of siblings. So anyway, guys, and that was the beginning of my mother's condition. It really got really bad towards the end, guys. When I was in high school, she was in a complete wheelchair. My mother did use crutches. Actually, guys, I have her crutches downstairs I used for my leg recovery when the doctor wasn't sure if I was going to need surgery on my ankle or not. But thank God I didn't. Guys, I downplayed my injury so that I wouldn't need the operation, but my mother couldn't. She'd gangrene in her knee. They had to cut it out, throw it out to save her leg. So that began my mother's default down. And when I was 8 years old, let's see, so my brother's birth before me, Derek, couldn't even my brother, his birth brought it out. They were finally able to give my mother a reason for what her condition was. My mother had multiple sclerosis. My father also has a condition, but we're not going to talk about him because he doesn't want people to know, and I got to respect that. Anyway, guys, my mother had 2 miscarriages, or 3 before me and Derek. And each pregnancy made it worse. And eventually, she got sicker. And with me, that's why I was born so premature, guys. People think it was me. The doctors even said if my mother had multiple sclerosis, it made me come early. That is why they think is why I came so early. Plus, guys, I wasn't disabled yet at birth. I became that way shortly after with my eye injury, but I will actually do a video on that. So guys, my mother made Christmas, the song said, "Make Christmas Good at Our House." Most years she did it without something about her as Christmas shoes. Guys, that song breaks my heart and shares me at the same time because I am Christmas shoes. 7 years ago at Christmas time, I wasn't feeling so good for months. I was just on end, and I finally listened to the song and burst out crying. I needed that tears because after all that, guys, I felt so much better, and it made me feel like I wasn't the only one. And I always had a connection to that song, and I just didn't understand it. Turns out, in Christmas shoes, that's why. Now, guys, unlike this song, my clothes were never torn and old. And by the way, I did make a video about this before, but I don't know if it's still viewable on my channel. Because whenever I post videos now, YouTube likes to make it private. When I was about videos not supposed to be private. Anyway, guys, my mother was in a wheelchair by the end of her life. She was in a wheelchair. She did not walk well. She actually fell, guys, and broke her hip when I was 8 and had to have her leg put, they had to put screws in her hips and all, which made it worse, made her condition worse and aged her. But, guys, this thing, MS is a monster. MS knows no age. MS knows no race, no religion. Multiple sclerosis is one of the biggest monsters out there next to cancer and myasthenia gravis. I know people who had all 3 conditions who suffered tremendously. They're monsters. You get this diseases to stop. But, anyway, guys, we were supposedly had to have been tested at birth to make sure that we did not have it. That's the reason why I think I may have been born. I was born cesarean. I don't know if I said before, guys. But then again, I remember clothes on my throat. I couldn't come vaginally. So me and Derek were both born cesarean because my mother's condition had gotten so bad we had to be born early. Me much more severe than him. But guys, that's just a little bit why I'm Christmas shoes, and I am proud to be Christmas shoes, guys. I have to be, guys. I'm very proud to be Christmas shoes. And I'm still here for Daddy. I have to take care of Daddy, make sure he's all right. My father did not take this whole Christmas shoes turning very excited. He was very sad about it in the beginning. I actually, guys, took a gap year from college to take care of my father. Because, guys, I couldn't go back to college what had just happened. I couldn't do it. I took a gap year, guys. That was 11 years ago, and I never went back to college. So, do my face more. So, guys, remember that. Never judge somebody. My clothes were never worn and old, though. And I buy my own clothes now, but I didn't back then. And I wear actually a lot better clothes than I did then. But, guys, that's why the moral of the story is please don't judge anybody. And don't judge Christmas shoes, people. We can't help it. Guys, I once had a dream that I marry a widower whose daughters are also Christmas shoes. So that would be odd. So guys, if you guys have any comments or questions, this will be a public video and you can put comments down below. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and tell me down below. Is there any of you guys Christmas shoes? And please, I would say this, guys, if you're going to comment anything rude or disrespectful, this is not the video to do it. Yeah, guys, this is just not a video to comment disrespectful things. Comment anything disrespectful on any of my other videos. And the lighting is bad here, guys, because I don't have a ceiling light. Now, my bedroom does, because my dad had to go in there and put it in there for me. I told him not to. I told him Derek would do it when he came, but he didn't listen and did it anyway. Okay, guys, remember to my next upload video. Love you all. Bye.